Good morning. Well, today we're making bread. This just isn't any kind of bread. It's a roasted garlic and herb, no knead variety. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I've been told by some fairly unreputable sources this could be the best bread on earth. I don't know if I can trust them, so you're probably gonna have to make it and judge for yourself. If you've never made any kind of no knead bread before, there's two big things you need to know. First of all, you gotta have some sort of oven-safe baking vessel with a lid. The lid's the important part. And second, you gotta have some patience. It's really easy to make, but you gotta let the process happen. It just takes time. Be patient. It'll be worth it. I promise. So, since this is a roasted garlic and herb bread, the first thing we gotta do is roast a little garlic. There's a million ways you could do this, but we're gonna really keep it simple. And actually, that's the whole point of this bread. It's really simple, easy to make, so anyone can make it. Mom, that means you. I know you can do it. And I'm gonna show you how. All right, so roasting garlic, very simple. So to start, we're gonna preheat the oven to 400 degrees and then just peel a bunch of garlic. So the one thing that should probably be said is that if you don't wanna go through the effort of actually roasting garlic, you don't have to do it. You can just use garlic powder. It'll still be great. It won't be as great, but it'll be great. For some of you who've watched a bunch of our videos in the past, this background might seem a little strange. It's not our boat and it's not our van. We're in a house with walls and showers and a real kitchen. It's kind of a treat. For those of you who haven't watched our videos in the past, really for the last 25 years, basically, I've lived on a sailboat. Brenda and I together for about 20 years on a sailboat. And for the last 6 or so years, we've been traveling non-stop. But with the virus these days, our lifestyle is a little difficult. And one of our good friends happens to have a house that's sitting vacant and offered to let us use it for a few. So this is gonna be where we're based for a handful of weeks. And honestly, I'm kind of excited about it. A house is kind of luxurious. So we're gonna be here for a little bit and have a little fun. But the best part about this place is right outside, there's a river. We got a waterfront spot, and in any day, a bunch of salmon are gonna be coming through. I don't know about you, but I'm a pretty happy boy if I can catch a salmon. So once that's all peeled, we're just gonna wrap it up in some tin foil with some olive oil, throw it in the oven, and let it sit for about 30 minutes. That's it. It's easy. Yep, 30 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees, and out she comes as some roasted garlic. And we're gonna take, I don't know, 4 or 5 cloves, whatever you feel like. I like a lot of garlic flavor, so 4 or 5 cloves ought to do it. We're just gonna chop it up really fine. So this is gonna end up turning into almost a paste. That's all right. It's just gonna get mixed into the dough. For basically almost any no-knead bread, it's, well, 4 ingredients. You got flour, water, yeast, and salt, and that's it. This is slightly different because we're adding a little bit of garlic and a little bit of herbs. But other than that, it's the basic recipe is still the same. It's really, really simple. So, as far as flour goes, you can use bread flour, you can use all-purpose flour, you can use fancy flour, you can use cheap flour. I like just plain old basic all-purpose flour. I don't know why, but for me, it tastes the best. In addition to the basic ingredients for this bread, again, we're trying to keep it simple so people like my mom will make this without too much of a fuss. So rather than drying and toasting herbs of your own, we're going for stuff like this, Italian seasoning. And we're gonna use some garlic powder. But beyond that, all the basic ingredients for a no-knead bread are the same. If you can find bread maker yeast, I think that's the easiest stuff to use because you don't have to activate it, you just throw it in the mix. But these days, things are hard to find. What I found is dry active yeast. And I was pretty lucky to find it. So to start this off, we're gonna take a 1/4 teaspoon of dry active yeast, add it to 1.75 cups of warm water. Not hot, just warm. Then we're gonna take a pinch of sugar, add it in there, mix it all up, and get this stuff working. You'll start to see it foaming, and that way you know it's activated. All right, so we got 3 cups of flour, 1¼ teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of garlic powder. We'll add in our roasted garlic, and then our water and yeast mixture. Then we're just gonna mix it all up. To start, this may seem like you have a little too much water. And after a bit of mixing, it might seem like you don't have enough. If that's the case, add a teaspoon of water at a time just until the mixture is fully incorporated. And what should be left is a sticky, shaggy ball of bread dough that looks something like this. Once you get that far, cover up your bowl with either a lid or plastic, throw a towel over it, and set it aside. Well, now that that's done, it's the hard part. You just gotta let it sit and wait for like 12 hours. Well, 12 to 18. Patience. You just gotta let it sit. Get some coffee. Hang out for a while. 12 hours. You gotta let it sit 12 hours. But luckily, we're not gonna let this video run for 12 hours because I made some last night just to speed the process along. So, after a good 12 hours, this is what it looks like. A big mess. So next, we're gonna, well, knead it. I know it's a no-knead recipe, but it's maybe false advertising. It's just a slight bit of knead. So we're gonna take some flour, put a bunch of it on this work surface, and just fold this dough over a few times. Not a bunch, you don't wanna overwork it. Just a little bit of kneading, that's all it takes. This is a pretty wet dough and sticky, so dust a little flour over the top as well. Fold it over a few times, then we're just gonna stick it back in the bowl, cover it up with a lid, and let it sit for about 20 or 30 minutes. We're now in the waiting game. But since we're waiting, you should see our backyard. It's pretty amazing here. We're on a river, and there's salmon coming. I'm pretty excited about the fishing. So it's gonna sit for about 30 minutes, then we'll come back to it and do a little bit more work. Just a little. It's easy, I'm telling you. All right, this dough's been sitting for about a half an hour. So we're gonna repeat the tiny bit of kneading process again. So a little more flour on the work surface, a little more flour on top of the dough. It's just a few folds here and there, and it's going back in the bowl. But this time I'm gonna put some parchment paper down and it'll make the whole baking process a lot easier. That parchment paper will actually make it a lot easier to transfer it into the baking dish and then pull out of the baking dish when we're done. All right, so I'm just gonna cover this back up and let it sit again. I told you it's a waiting game. Patience, but it'll be worth it, I promise you. Yeah, maybe. It will be good. So I'm gonna set this aside for another 2 hours. Patience. All right, so with that set aside, I'm gonna do a little cleanup and let's talk baking vessels. We got 2 options here in this house. We got a Dutch oven, which I gotta say, a Dutch oven along with a pressure cooker are probably the 2 greatest inventions in a kitchen. If you don't have them, well, get them. They're amazing. The other option we have in this house is a stainless steel pot, again with a lid. These are both oven baking safe, which is the key here. On our boat, we actually use a 4-quart Dutch oven. It's a bit smaller than both the options we have here, which I think is about the perfect size for baking a loaf of bread. On our boat, it's the only thing that fits in our small little boat oven. So that's why we got it, but it turns out really that the sizing just makes a perfect loaf. This is a 7-quart or 7.5-quart Dutch oven, which again, a Dutch oven is amazing, but this makes, the size of this makes the bread a little wider and slimmer. The stainless steel pot, I think it's about the same capacity, but it's a narrow base, so it makes kind of a narrower loaf, a little taller, which I think is better for sandwiches, and really just appearance. Everything tastes better when it looks good. So we're gonna use this stainless steel pot just because it's got a narrower base. All right, it's been about 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half if you know your math. So we're gonna fire up the oven to 450 degrees and put our baking utensil in there so it gets nice and hot along with the oven. Oh, one more thing, forgot. Butter! This is crucial. Nobody wants to put cold butter on some fresh hot bread. Let it warm up. That is important. And then we still got about a half an hour to wait. Patience, patience, patience! See you in a little bit. Well, it's time. Bread's going in. Well, it's in the oven. Now it's just the final little bit. Hold on a little longer, you can do it. So it's gonna bake with the lid on for 30 minutes. Then we're gonna take the lid off and finish off the crust. And depending on your oven, it's really gonna take anywhere from a couple of minutes to 10 minutes. So you gotta keep an eye on it the last little bit. But right now, it's gonna sit for 30 minutes and they're cooking with the lid on. See you in a little bit again. All right, 30 minutes is up, so we're gonna pop the lid off of this thing and finish off the crust. Depending on your oven, this is only gonna take a couple of minutes, up to 10 at the most, but you wanna keep an eye on it. Don't go anywhere. You don't want this to burn. You just put a whole lot of time into this work of art. Well, this looks amazing, and it smells even better. If you have any sort of willpower, which I don't, let this cool for about at least 20 minutes, longer if you can. I'm not gonna do either of those things. As soon as it's not so hot that it burns my little paws, I'm diving in and gonna have some. Look at that. Nice crust, nice and airy. Little bits of garlic and herb in there. Fresh coating of butter. One of the best things on earth. That's actually incredible. I hope you make it, hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And Mom, you can do this too. I know you can do it. See ya.